What is up, Digidestin? This is Vindy Swartz, and I'm coming to you guys with a new deck profile for BT5, and this is one of my favorite decks that I've been, looking at for a while now, and that deck is Judgement D-Brigade. So, without further ado, let me get into this deck profile and start with my eggs. So, I'm going to be running a 4-1 split of 4 Shademon and 1 Missimon. The reason I'm playing 4 Shademon over the Missimon is just because you're mostly going to be pulling out your Commandremons, and so that's where this name synergy comes in handy for 2,000 versus only getting 1,000 for the Digimon having D-Brigade in its type. So I like playing that. Now we're going to start off with the main cards of the deck, which are the Commandremon. We're going to be playing 4 copies of the Vanilla Commandremon from BT3, 4 copies of Commandremon from the starter deck, 4 Commandremon, from BT4, the On Deletion Commandremon. This is hands down the best Commandremon in this deck. And then last but not least, the new addition to the deck and the premiere of BT5, the Blocker Commandremon. This guy is really good. It helps us stay in the game because it's a blocker, and it adds more consistency to Commandremon by being our 16th Commandremon in the deck. So that's really good. Now for our champions, we're going to be playing 4 copies of Dark Tyrannomon. This is our 1-cost blocker that we play in this deck. It helps us whenever we need to block and have a Commandremon under it. It gives us that extra D-Brigade card that we need in order to fuel for our boss monster. Next we are playing 4 copies of the D-Brigade blocker Silstroman. Again, this is just another name. If you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! And you're familiar with Dark Arm Dragon or Judgement Dragon, you know that they require a set amount of cards in order to play them, and this is pretty much it. Our Dark Tyrannomon is pretty much our Judgement Dragon in that regard. Now, to round out our level 4s, we have 4 copies of Shademon. So the reason why I'm not playing Tankmon or any of the other level 4s is specifically because Shademon is pretty much like guaranteeing us 2 security instead of just 1. So basically, if it gets hit off of security and they reveal it off of security, it plays itself and it's a blocker, so that means that they have to swing twice just to get more security off of us. And I really love that aspect because it kind of is a pseudo warp for us, so we can warp Digivolve into our level 5s off of this guy and go into our Tankmon, so it makes that transition a lot better. And to round off our level 5s, we're playing 4 copies of our Warumanzemon. I'm really excited that we have this guy. He just looks so badass in his artwork. He just looks just like a villain, just ready to punch someone. And he's that level 2, level 5, cost 2, level 5 black card that we desperately needed. And I'm so glad that we got him. And then we have our Tankmons. This guy is really good. And again, with Shademon, it helps us turbo out into this guy or Warumanzemon. And whenever a D-Brigade Digimon dies, we can reveal the top 2 cards of our deck and play a Commandremon. And that adds more consistency to this deck, and it lets us turbo out a lot more faster than usual. So now, finally, we're going to be playing 4 copies of our Dark Tyrannomon. This is our Judgement Dragon Dark Arm type card of this deck. This guy has Rush. He has the on-play effect of returning 5 Digimon cards with D-Brigade in their types from the trash to the top of the deck in any order that we want, and then we gain 2 memory for each one, making him a play cost of 3. So he's our in-game, boss monster. They don't have any security left. We can drop this guy for 3 and then just swing for game. He's just really that good, and I like playing this guy. we have to play him at 4. And then to round off our 6s, I am playing none but 3 copies of Grumman, just because Grumman gives us some of that synergy that we're looking for in our Digimon. He has Reboot, which is pretty nice. He Digivolves for 4, 11 attack, and his Digivolving, his effect is reveal the top card of your deck for each Digimon your opponent has in play, and you may play 1 black or red Digimon with a level cost of 5 or less. And you can play them without playing its cost, and then return the rest to the bottom of the deck. So this is really good against our yellow matchup with Lord Nightmon. This lets us tutor out Digimon from our deck, and then just play and, wombo combo, do amazing plays. Then to round off our 6s, instead of playing Chaosmon, because Chaosmon ultimately sucks in this deck, we're playing 2 copies of Omnimon Ultra S, just because Omnimon Ultra S has the D-Digivolve by 1 on a global effect for all of our opponent's Digimon, and then if they're 5,000 DP or less, we get to delete those. So it's really good in that regard. I just feel like Omnimon's a lot better than the Chaosmon, just because Chaosmon doesn't get the rush effect whenever you Digivolve on top of the Darkramon. So if you're in a tight spot, you can go Darkramon into your Chaosmon, and then you can Digivolve their Digimon, and then next turn you can activate Omnimon Ultra S's effect to make it to where he can't be blocked. And if you have, the 5 in your graveyard, you can pop him down and then swing for game, and it makes it that much easier to OTK your opponent, and I really like that aspect of this deck. So to round it off, with our Tamers, we are playing 3 copies of Izzy Azumi. This guy is just the end-all be-all black card that you need to be playing for your Tamer, unless you're playing Diaboromon, which they play Arata Sonata. This guy is just really good. He's a memory fixer for 3 memory, play cost of 4, and then you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, and then you can put them in any order that you want. And again, if they're all black, which that's all we're playing is a bunch of black Digimon besides our Ultra S, we can gain a memory off of that. If it gets hit off security, we're gaining the memory from that. So it's just broken in that regard. It helps us fix our deck. And if we have any, bad hands, we can circumvent that by getting the card that we need further to the top of the deck with Izzy. And then to round off the deck, we are playing 2 copies of Ultimate Flare. This is pretty much our Gaia Force of the deck. We've been needing this card since like day 1, playing black. It Digivolves 3 on one of your opponent's Digimon, and then after it does that, you get to delete all Digimon and play with a cost 3 of less. So this is just broken by all means. So I hope you guys like this deck profile, and I hope to give you guys some videos on it soon in the future. Again, this is Vindy Swartz, and I'm so glad that you guys came to check out the channel, and I'm really happy in giving you guys this deck profile for D-Brigade. It's been a long time coming, and I'm really a big fan of D-Brigade, so let me know what you guys think of the deck. If you have any suggestions, just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be making sure that I read all the comments and let you guys communicate with you guys like anyone should. And thank you again for watching the video, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. And again, this is Vindy Swartz, and always keep it digital, and I'll catch you guys later, and peace out from the digital world.